What if your financial future is already visible, not in your income, but in your spending? Not in how much you make, but in what you do with what's left. Because most people don't realize this, wealth isn't built in big moments. It's quietly shaped in small, repeated decisions that feel completely normal at the time. Let's take a fairly typical example. You're 29, you have a stable job. Maybe you earn around $4,500 a month after taxes, or €3,800 in parts of Europe. Nothing extraordinary, but solid. Your fixed expenses look like this. Rent or mortgage, $1,500. Car payment, $450. Insurance, utilities, subscriptions, another $400. Now you're at around $2,350. Then come the flexible expenses. Groceries, $400. Eating out, coffee, small upgrades, $500. Travel savings, shopping, just living a little, another $400. By the end of the month, you've spent around $3,650, which leaves roughly $850. And on paper, that sounds responsible. You're not reckless, you're not in crisis. But here's where things get interesting. Because that remaining $850 rarely behaves the way you think it does. Most people assume that whatever is left over naturally turns into savings or investments. But in reality, leftover money gets absorbed. Unexpected expenses show up. A slightly better phone feels justified. A weekend trip becomes necessary. So instead of consistently saving $850, you might actually save $200, sometimes less. Not because you're careless, but because your lifestyle expands quietly to meet your income. And this is the system flaw most people never question. Your spending adjusts faster than your awareness. Let's slow this down and look at the numbers. Saving $200 a month equals $2,400 a year. Even if you invest that with modest returns, after 10 years, you might have around $30,000. Now, imagine instead you consistently saved $800. That's $9,600 a year. Over the same 10 years, with similar returns, you're looking at something closer to $120,000. Same person, same salary. The only difference is what happened to the extra $600 each month. So why does this happen? It's not a lack of discipline, it's something deeper. Spending is emotional, even when it looks logical. A better apartment doesn't just provide space, it signals progress. A car payment doesn't just buy transportation, it buys comfort, identity, sometimes even validation. And in the US and Europe, there's a subtle but constant pressure to appear stable, to look like you're doing well, to live at the level your income suggests you should. So you upgrade, gradually, not all at once, but enough that your baseline cost of living rises every year. And once that baseline rises, it becomes your new normal. The problem isn't one expensive decision, it's the pattern. Because when your lifestyle grows in sync with your income, your wealth stays flat. You earn more, but feel the same. You work harder, but don't get ahead. And over 15 or 20 years, this creates a quiet gap, not between you and billionaires, but between you and financial flexibility. The ability to step back, to take a break, to choose differently. That's what slowly disappears. Now here's where the mindset shifts. Financially intelligent people don't see money as something to spend after earning. They see it as something to position before spending. When their income increases, their lifestyle doesn't automatically follow. They pause. They decide intentionally what part of that increase becomes permanent spending and what part becomes long-term wealth. It's not about restriction. They still travel, they still enjoy life, but their upgrades are slower, more selective, because they understand something simple. Every recurring expense is a long-term commitment, not just this month, but every month after. So instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" they ask, "Do I want this to be part of my life for the next 5 to 10 years?" That one shift changes everything. Your spending habits aren't random, they're patterns, And over time, those patterns quietly decide whether your future feels constrained or flexible. Not dramatically, not overnight, just slowly and consistently. And once you start noticing those patterns, you don't really need complicated strategies. You just start making slightly different decisions, more aware ones. If you found this worth thinking about, you can subscribe for more videos like this.